ever game played at the Ice House by the London Knights. Here's one of the original London Nationals OHA. It was called the OHA back then, wasn't it?
Yes,
Rocky Farr joins us now in the first intermission. I want to talk about the London Knights Association and the Alumni Association and a special check presentation before this game today. First of all, you talk about your time with London Nationals way back then. Walt McKechnie was on the team and a few other noticeable player names.
Yes, back then, I mean, players like Daryl Sittler naturally, and Daryl Eddistrand, Jim Dory, and then the two you mentioned too, the same. There were a lot of players that ended up playing professional hockey, and then, as you say, a few Hall of Famers like Daryl Sittler. But yeah, that back days in the Gardens versus being in this wonderful arena. Like the Gardens was, at that time, back in those days, 50 years ago, 51 years ago, we thought it was the state of the art too at that time. So
you went into a pro career as well. In fact, played for the Buffalo Sabres. Jim Schoenfeld, Gilbert Perreault, Rick Martin were some of your teammates. Talk about your NHL days with the Sabres.
Yes, I was fortunate to be there like between the 72 and 74, and that was during the time of the French Connection. That particular team went to the Stanley Cup, or 2 years it was in Stanley Cup against the Flyers. Were the dominant team in those days. But I was with the team. I only played in 16 games for the Sabres there. But it was a great franchise, and again, I feel fortunate that I was able to play in the National Hockey League.
One more NHL question. What was it like to have Tim Horton as a teammate?
He was, of all the players I think I met during my era, he was the greatest of all. He always welcomed all the rookies, and he was very, as great a player as he was, you would not know. He was very pretentious in everything he did. It was, he was so down to earth with everybody. Everybody loved. I think he was probably the favorite of all the players in the league at that time. And he was playing at that time. He was like 44 years old, and he had a body of a 20-year-old. I mean, he was just that well, but it was great playing at that time.
And you're here along with the London Knights Alumni Association today for a special check presentation. Talk about your involvement with the London Knights alumni, because you're living in Fort Worth, Texas.